Jack Elam was one of the most distinctive and celebrated character actors of the American West. With his wild-eyed look, gravelly voice, and versatile talent, he became a figure audiences never forgot. Over a career spanning more than 4 decades, Elam carved out a unique space in Hollywood, often portraying villains, drunks, and comedic misfits in westerns. His story, however, was as colorful and dramatic as the characters he brought to life, shaped by hardship, tragedy, persistence, and ultimately the price of one iconic role that defined him forever. Born on November 13, 1920, in Miami, Arizona, Jack Elam's early life was anything but easy. After losing his mother as a young boy, he and his sister were raised by their father, a mill worker in the rough mining town. At the age of 12, tragedy struck again, when a boyhood fight at a Boy Scout event left him blind in one eye. A pencil punctured his left eye, leaving it permanently damaged and giving him the unmistakable lazy gaze that would later become his trademark. Instead of letting this setback hold him back, Elam transformed what could have been a lifelong curse into his greatest professional asset. His unusual look made him unforgettable on screen and perfectly suited for the menacing and eccentric characters Hollywood needed. Before stepping into acting, Elam lived a very different life. He studied at Santa Monica Junior College and worked as a bookkeeper for Bank of America. His keen sense for numbers landed him jobs as an accountant for film studios and even as a manager at Hollywood Park Racetrack. It was in these roles that he forged valuable connections with filmmakers and actors. Eventually, his bold personality pushed him toward acting. Legend has it that Elam barged into the office of producer Samuel Goldwyn and demanded an acting job, leveraging his distinctive appearance and undeniable charisma. His persistence paid off, and in 1949, he made his film debut in She Shoulda Said No, a small but important step toward what would become a prolific career. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Jack Elam became a fixture of Western cinema. He was often cast as the outlaw, the gunslinger, or the sinister henchman, with each role showcasing his uncanny ability to blend menace with a touch of humor. In High Noon, 1952, though his role was small, he left a lasting impression as one of the thugs waiting for the arrival of Frank Miller. From there, he became a regular alongside legends like John Wayne, James Garner, and Clint Eastwood, appearing in classics such as Gunfight at the OK Corral, 1957, The Man from Laramie, 1955, and Sergio Leone's masterpiece Once Upon a Time in the West, 1968. Audiences loved to hate his characters, and directors knew that Elam's crooked eye, scruffy appearance, and sharp timing made him stand out even in a crowd of tough Western faces. But Elam wasn't just a villain. By the late 1960s, he began showing his flair for comedy, surprising audiences with his natural timing and deadpan delivery. His performance as the bumbling town drunk Jake in Support Your Local Sheriff, 1969, proved he could make audiences laugh just as easily as he could make them squirm. Later roles in Support Your Local Gunfighter, 1971, and The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again, 1979, cemented his reputation as a comedic talent. Television also gave him new opportunities, with appearances on shows like The Twilight Zone, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, and The Rifleman. For a short time in 1974, he even starred in the sitcom The Texas Wheelers, where his portrayal of Zach Wheeler, a lazy, cantankerous father, was praised for its humor and heart, even though the series was short-lived. Still, it was his role in the opening scene of Once Upon a Time in the West that defined his legacy. In what is often hailed as the greatest Western opening ever filmed, Elam appeared alongside 2 other hired guns, silently waiting at a desolate train station for Charles Bronson's mysterious harmonica. For nearly 10 minutes, the scene played out with no dialogue, just the creak of a windmill, the buzz of a fly, and Sergio Leone's legendary close-up shots of the actors' faces. Elam's wandering eye and rugged features made him unforgettable in this sequence, which has since become a piece of cinematic history. His performance was brief but brilliant, etched permanently into the memory of Western fans. Yet, that success came with a cost. The role was so iconic that Elam found himself permanently typecast. Hollywood couldn't see beyond the image Leone had burned into the screen. And though Elam was capable of much more, he was continually offered the same types of characters: menacing outlaws, drunks, and comic foils. His unique appearance, once a blessing, became a limitation. Elam himself often expressed frustration that his eye and rugged look overshadowed his real acting ability. Though respected by his peers and admired by directors, he rarely had the chance to explore more complex or nuanced roles outside of the Western genre. Despite this, Jack Elam remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. He continued to work steadily into the 1980s, his presence always a guarantee of a memorable performance. He embraced his place as a Western icon, knowing that while typecasting had cost him certain opportunities, it had also given him cinematic immortality. His characters, whether terrifying or hilarious, embodied the gritty, untamed spirit of the American frontier. Jack Elam passed away on October 20th, 2003, at the age of 82, leaving behind a body of work that remains as entertaining as ever. His career is a testament to resilience, individuality, and the power of turning adversity into strength. He may never have been the traditional leading man, but he didn't need to be. His crooked eye, weathered face, and undeniable talent made him unforgettable. More than just a character actor, Jack Elam was a legend of the Western genre, an actor who could take even the smallest role and turn it into something audiences would never forget.